and welcome. Hope everybody has had a wonderful Friday. Um, we're getting ready for Dad's funeral tomorrow, and so we had to come home and check our suits and make sure everything was fitting and all that. No, no, yeah, and baby, and spoiled little baby. So
it's hard when you lose a parent. Um, for me, this is a difficult path, and Denny's already been through losing both of his. This was my last parent, and as a 54-year-old man, you'd think that I would be able to adjust, especially knowing that he was on hospice and kind of preparing for it. But I think it's something that you don't really fully prepare for. I think even at our age, you kind of feel like an orphan. So, we're kind of walking through this grief process, and my dad loved Denny dearly. I think more than me. That was the joke anyway.
in-laws usually do. I mean, when my dad was staying with us for a while, I mean, you and him
Yeah, we got
had
along really
had
good.
more of a bond. Not that my dad and I didn't get along, but
Hey, we both watched Perry
you and
Mason
him
together.
had more time together, and you two had a bond and
Yeah,
everything.
yeah, we did. So, I mean, and that's something too. Denny's dad lived with us. We took care of him in his final days. And, although my dad didn't live here, we went to visit him every day when he was in the skilled facility, which wasn't far from our house. And, um, I've always been close to my parents. It's just hard. You feel like an orphan. I have no siblings left. So it's a complicated path to walk. Um, and grief is just, it is what it is. There's no timetable on it. Everybody does it in their own way. I think for me, it's caused um, anxiety, I guess. Um, Something that I've always faced death pretty good as far as you can, but I think this time it's just caused some anxieties. Um, I think it's just that knowledge. I think when you get to be older and your family around you starts to pass, it pushes you right to the front of the line. And it's kind of a sobering feeling that you're kind of sensing your own mortality. So I think tomorrow it's going to be a little difficult for us because, he's we're saying goodbye for the final time, and that's just something that I'm not looking forward to. We're not looking forward to it. Um, and I don't think I've allowed myself that meltdown time to just really kind of process it all. So I'm sure tomorrow it's going to be a little hard, and then you got a day off and you're right back to work. It's kind of sucks, but it is what it is. Um, but it's something we all go through, definitely. Um, and something that I've just learned along the way. And one thing I just hate, is when people tell you as time goes on, you've grieved long enough, or don't cry, or don't. You grieve how you have to grieve. It takes as long as it takes. You cry when you need to cry. You remember when you need to remember, and you just go through it. I think it's so insensitive when people put those kinds of expressions out there, because you just really need to go through that process. You just really need to take the time. And some advice friends have been given to me is, and especially him, take care of yourself through that process.
Yeah, yeah. You need to, and it's not just during the grieving of the loss of a loved one, or anybody, you need to look out for you. You need to take care of you. You need to be true to yourself. You need to take care of yourself. You need to, yes, I'm sorry. You need to be selfish. You need to think of you. I mean,
No one else
because
is
you're not doing them or anyone a world of good if you don't take care of yourself.
You're not. And I think today's different than in the world that I grew up in, or you. When someone passed, you had support from neighbors, and I'm sure some communities are like that, but I think the way people work, the way the world is, everybody's on this hectic schedule. It's the support's not necessarily always going to be there, you know. So, and even if you have it, you still got to take time for you. You just got to take time to heal and remember, and never let anybody bully you into thinking that you shouldn't have that time, because you should. You definitely should. It's hard. It hits us when we work. It hits us when those first holidays, certain songs, certain little memories. I was on YouTube the other day and coming across something. Chiller Theater from Pittsburgh was something that my dad and I used to watch every Saturday night at 11:30. He would let us stay up late. He would pop some popcorn, and we'd watch all those B movies. When that kind of popped up in my feed on YouTube, it kind of just hit me. That was that's just weird how those memories come rushing in when there's a death. And I savored it, and that's what you just got to do. You just got to remember, and you got to get through it all. You just got to get through it and heal, I guess. But I got this guy that's kind of my rock and kind of keeps me pushed in the right direction, I guess. Focused. Yeah, because I can sidetrack real easy. Like, oh, look.
Yeah. On the brighter side of this week, we won a couple fishing poles at work during the.
Well, you did.
Well, no, you bought a fishing pole.
Well, I did, I guess. Runner-up prize, I guess.
Yeah, runner-up. You. Just because you weren't on a winning team, you still got a prize. So maybe we'll be going fishing one of these days. We've also, one of these days, got to get that kayak rack and get that kayak out in the water one day. A trip to Canal Fulton would be nice.
Yeah. We got to do that before the snow starts falling.
Oh, I don't even want to think of that. Not wanting to think of snow at all. So what is everybody's plans this weekend? Leave a comment down below what your plans are this weekend and what you may be doing. Hopefully, well, this is Ohio. I'm not even going to guess what the weather.
You can't tell.
I mean,
We
I'll
could
wake
have
up
a blizzard
I'm gonna
tomorrow.
wake up tomorrow on that stupid idiot thing at the end of the couch down there will probably tell me it's going to be sunny and warm and we'll have like 6 feet of snow or something.
Stupid idiot thing is ALEXA.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think she's stuck
Why?
because the other morning, the weather is going to be sunny and warm, and it rained.
That it was warm.
And then the next day it was, there will be a mixture of sun and thunderstorms. Okay, I see no thunderstorm, no sun, but she's stuck in that. It's almost like one day is this, the next day is this, the next day we go back to the weather of the other day. Yeah, I think she's stuck. I think we need to reboot her.
She don't like me, so I'm not gonna
But if you have one of these devices, good luck.
That's
Good luck.
waving to everybody.
No, him baby.
So we gotta go try on suits to make sure they, or he tried his on. I gotta try mine on to make sure it
I
still
still
fits.
fit.
So, thank you for listening to us.
Hope everyone has a good weekend. Hope you enjoy the rest of your night. Like I said, leave a comment below what your plans are this weekend. And hopefully the weather is nice enough for you to enjoy them.
All right, we'll see ya.
See you in the next video.